All right, welcome to the Wednesday edition of Performance Seminar. This is a Stage 2 performance seminar. So all the students that we have for today will be Stage 2 students. They'll be presenting their pieces. All right, so our first performer for today is going to be Sahil. So if you want to turn on your camera, unmute yourself, and then we can get started.
Okay.
All right, I forgot to remind you to, you got some virtual claps. I forgot to remind you to also announce your name and the piece that you'll be playing, but that's all right. So if everyone else, just remember, before you start, make sure to announce your name and the piece you'll be playing. But that was Sahil, and that was him playing the second part of Beethoven's Sonatina in G, the Romanze. All right, so I'm gonna start the poll. And then you guys can start filling that out. Everyone except for Sahil, of course. You can't fill out the poll on your own performance. And if anyone has any verbal feedback, you can just raise your hand. So you guys should be able to see the poll now. All right. The poll results in. Does anyone have any verbal feedback to give before I start calling on people? No one? All right. Tyler, do you have any verbal feedback?
I think that the dynamics need a little working on because there are a few blind spots.
Okay, definitely. All right, cool. How about Sophie? Do you have any feedback as well, since you've been to performance seminars before? No? Okay. All right. Well, we'll take a look at the poll then. So I'll share the results with you. Yeah, so in terms of rhythm, you got 1 vote or 2 votes for 4 and 1 vote for 5. So that's pretty good. Yeah, you kept a pretty good pulse throughout, or a pretty good rhythm throughout. You expressed most of the rhythms. There are a few sections where I think you got caught a little bit, but overall it was pretty good. You played most of the rhythm smoothly. Notes, you got 3 votes for 4. Yeah, you missed there's like 1 chord, I think, on the first page, so we'll go back and check up on that later. But everything else was pretty accurate. That was pretty good on that as well. Pulse, you got 1 vote for 3, 2 votes for 4. Yeah, Pulse kind of slowed down a little bit. There was like a few sections where I think you kind of just weren't sure, and it happens. So yeah, just making sure that we have like all the notes solid, coordination, all that stuff. So probably for that section that you kind of slowed down or weren't sure on or had to go back on, probably just going through with the standards matrix and kind of just reworking it just so you have that. And then last part, dynamics. You got 2 votes for 3, 1 vote for 4. Yeah, I think expanding the dynamic range. I mean, at the beginning it's piano, at the middle it's mezzo piano, and kind of goes between piano, mezzo piano, mezzo forte, and forte. So really bringing those out. I could tell you were using dynamics, but I think just kind of making it more, like more expressed and more clear as you go through it. And then on the last part, articulation, you got 1 vote for 3 and 2 votes for 4. Yeah, articulation was pretty clean. The embellishments are pretty nice. Got a lot better on the embellishments. Those are a lot cleaner now. But yeah, definitely making sure that some of the left-hand staccatos, making them like really, really clear staccatos, very, very sharp. And we'll definitely can go back and work on that as well. All right.